During a major tornado outbreak in April 2024, an EF3 rated twister touched down in the state capital of Lincoln, Nebraska. The dashcam in this vehicle provides authoritative footage of the tornado's nearby progression as it makes a direct impact on a plant belonging to Garner Industries. Although most of the cars remain grounded, the tornado shreds the facility to the ground in mere seconds, with over 70 people trapped inside, one of whom was the wife of the uploader. Simultaneously, the general area is showered with a dizzying assortment of debris and wreckage, before giving way to an eerie quiet soon after. Incredibly, everybody who encountered this tornado survived the ordeal, despite being under pressure from winds of up to 158 miles per hour. Several people, however, did not escape without physical wounds of some kind. On the same day, 77 other tornadoes occurred across Tornado Alley, and a total of 165 would occur during the 4-day outbreak that generated the Lincoln Twister. The events of this video would be a frightening scene to wake up to, especially in a room high enough to have its own balcony. It was taken from Meeru Resort in the Maldives when the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami came ashore on the tiny island nation, quite literally knocking at the door. The room in question was 10 feet above sea level, while the tsunami wave height in the Maldives ranged from 2 feet to 13 feet in height, a wide range within which almost anything could have happened to the cameraman, his room, or the resort itself. This video was recorded from a home on Minnesota Avenue in Joplin, Missouri. Nearby, Joplin High School was almost completely leveled by that day's EF5 tornado, and this house and its neighborhood didn't fare much better. The family in the footage stays outside to watch the tornado, but when the winds rapidly pick up, they realize it is heading towards them. Unfortunately, the vast majority of houses in Joplin did not have basements, and the bathroom on the main floor quickly becomes the next best place to find shelter. Every second counts as an extremely powerful tornado rapidly approaches their home. However, not all of the family members managed to make it into the bathroom before the first of the tornado's winds start to rip the house apart.
I think we might want to go outside here a little bit. Close that window. Let's go.
Get away from the windows.
The house. Come on, let's go, Doug.
Get away from the windows. Where are you? Where are you?
Adria.
Get in here. Get in the bathroom. Get in the bathroom.
Doug, come on.
Be careful of the window.
Where are they?
Be careful of the window.
Where's Audrey?
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
Get in the bathtub.
Get in the
Yeah,
bathtub.
get in the bathtub.
There's a window right there. There's a window. There's a window.
Right on us. Oh my God.
Okay, hold count. It's okay.
Okay,
it's
son.
Okay.
I had something. I had some glass in my eye.
It's okay. It's okay.
I got whacked in the side of the face.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's like we're gonna have to have peanut butter.
It's okay. It's okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God.
Are you guys okay?
What are you doing? Please don't go out
Oh
there.
shit.
Shut the door. Please don't go out there yet.
Shit.
Please
Oh my
don't go
God.
out there yet.
Oh shit. Oh my fucking
Please
God.
don't go out there yet.
Oh my God. Shit. Oh my fucking. Oh my fucking
Please
God.
don't go out there. Babe.
Oh my fucking God.
We have no health left.
None. The whole thing's gone. Look at that fucking board.
It's gone, honey. It's gone.
Oh my fucking
The
God.
garage is gone. Everything is gone.
The house was not in the core of the tornado's damage path, but nevertheless, it was left a skeleton, barely standing, with much of the structure collapsed. After emerging from their shelter, the family in this video found that their once beautiful neighborhood had been reduced to a heap of garbage. And there was more. 2 of the family members mention being hit by pieces of debris, but shrug off their seemingly minor injuries. Although they didn't know it at the time, they narrowly escaped a horrible fate. Within 2 weeks of the disaster, it was revealed that the tornado's soil-covered debris had caused flesh-eating fungal infections in over a dozen people who survived the event, the first infections of their kind caused by a tornado. 5 of the 13 people who suffered these infections eventually died agonizing deaths. The survivors required months of antifungal therapy, followed by years of painkillers and follow-up surgeries. One of the family members has since provided several pictures showing the damage to their home in greater clarity than can be seen in the video. For much of the year, Australia suffers some of the worst wildfires on Earth. On November 25, 2015, the Pinery fire was accidentally ignited in the South Australian countryside and swiftly grew into a massive inferno that scorched 210,000 acres of wildland. On the first day, this fire was described as a 2-kilometer-long wall of fire with flames taller than buildings. This video was taken from a fire truck on its way to evacuate properties in the fire's path 1 hour after it began. However, the responding firefighters were quickly taken by surprise as choking smoke soon made it impossible to drive. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, the fire devoured its way through the dry grass towards them, with utterly terrifying results.
Protecting, just wait. Stop at this location. Stop. We are going to get pumping here. Actually, we are near the head of this fire. Get up here. On the back. Here it comes. The head's coming. Nick, slow down.
As the flames approached, the firefighters in the recording truck attempted to shelter in place, stopping the truck and pulling down fireproof blankets over the side windows as they put on their breathing masks. Outside, the fire engine's sprinkler system was activated to keep the truck from catching fire. However, the small utility truck in front had no water, and the fire engine in the middle had a malfunctioning sprinkler, leaving the men inside it at the mercy of the blaze. When the wall of flames started to burn over the road, the result was an utterly chaotic scene that put every fireman present in danger.
Get up here. On the back. Here it comes. The head's coming. Nick, slow down. It's got to get you up. We're going to go into burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Get the fucking front down.
500
Burn over, Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty. Fuck me! Jesus Christ! Jesus fucking Christ! Turn up!
General broadcast, if any units are out.
I've activated Meeru. Who's out the back?
We are on Mosley's Road, Woolsheds. Our son gave over.
I got your time, mate. Where's Daniel?
Roger, Mosley's Road, Woolsheds, not for accounted for.
Let this thing go fast. Let this thing go fast. Having a big accident back towards the station at the back of us. Who's in front of us? I have two men out of the replies. I've got no idea where they are.
Roger, Wilson 115, any further transmissions if that is on.
The utility truck fled back the way it had come, and the other fire engine attempted to find a way out of the flames through the blinding smoke ahead. For hours afterward, the fate of these firefighters was unknown. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, a miracle under those circumstances. The fire moved so quickly that it did not have time to set the trucks ablaze, nor the firemen with them, but sadly, 2 people would ultimately perish in the Pinery fire. 90 more had to be hospitalized, and hundreds of buildings were burned to the ground. The inferno was so fierce that it took a week and 1,700 firefighters to fully contain and suppress. This video was shot from Port Fourchon, the southernmost port in the state of Louisiana, when Hurricane Ida made landfall on August 29, 2021. Precariously, the port sits only 1 foot above sea level, which makes it a veritable death trap when a hurricane comes ashore. The waves of the storm surge at Port Fourchon, however, were up to 8.3 feet tall, backed by sustained winds of up to 150 miles per hour. Not unlike a tsunami, the obstacles in the way of the wind and the waves could not hope to stand up for long to the very worst that a hurricane had to offer. In the earlier days of his storm-chasing adventures, James Birch bore witness to the 2013 El Reno megatwister from a vantage point too close for comfort. Unbeknownst to him or his father, who was driving his son's car, a fateful decision to turn south off of their initial route nearly cost them their lives when the twister changed directions on a dime. This last-minute change left them on the very edge of the tornado's path, only a few minutes before it underwent an exponential growth in size. As the whirlwind bore down on them, they were faced with the near-suicidal option of turning around and getting caught by the advancing funnel, or driving full speed ahead and possibly sliding into the ditch. Both options were high-risk decisions. In the terrifying, hostile weather environment, their car skids all over the road in near-zero visibility, while battling through relentless sheets of wind and rain as they try to outrun the danger beside them. Meanwhile, just a few hundred yards to their right, a colossal wedge tornado looms ever larger, so close that the swirling bands of rain can be seen on the edge of the funnel.
Woo!
Is this a through road?
Yeah. It has to be. Yeah, it is.
Huh?
Should go around him.
Okay, he's not interested in stopping us. Man.
There it is. I can see it on the camera. It's right. You can see it, right? The edge of it. It's pretty rain wrapped, but my camera's getting it. This goes all the way to another road. At least that's what my map said.
Just worry about something wrong now.
We'll be fine. Go really fast. Yes, go really fast. You might want to turn around, I don't know. You got it. Go, go, go. Go, Dad, go.
I
Go.
can't see.
Just go really fast. I know you can't, but you gotta go. It's right there. It's right there. Go, go, go. It's right there. You see it? Go. Dad, go. Dad, go. Oh my God. Go, 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 go. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I can't.
You got to. You got to. You gotta go, Dad. You gotta push through this.
I can't.
Yeah, too. You hit the gas. Hit the gas. Just keep going, Dad. Just keep going. We made it. We made it.
I swear I can't see a thing.
Just look at the fence and then go.
Sliding all over the place.
I know. Just do it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I can't go in the ditch.
I know. You're good, Dad. You're good. We're out of the clear.
Roll up the window.
It's up. It's up. We're just getting hit by the rear flank downdraft. It's probably, somewhere over 100.
Both men would escape the violent tornado with their lives, although the windshield of the car would have to be replaced due to the damage it sustained. He would later comment that he and his father encountered the outer winds of the tornado's main vortex, as opposed to the dozens of smaller, more powerful subvortices that disappeared as quickly as they came. Had they encountered the latter of these threats, they probably would not have lived to show the world their story. Nevertheless, the danger to their lives would have been just as great had they slid off the road, only to be swept away by the wedge itself. Although its destruction was not as complete as that of Minami Sanriku, the city of Kesennuma suffered some of the most visibly frightening damage of the 2011 disaster and its aftermath. First, it was struck by the magnitude 9 earthquake of March 11th, followed by the resulting tsunami only minutes later. The tsunami threatened to flood the entire city from Kesennuma Bay and the Okawa River, both of which faced the Pacific Ocean, and the latter of which reaches throughout much of the city. Many people watching the river do not initially try to reach shelter, perhaps hoping that the wide Okawa riverbed could contain the approaching waves. If so, they were soon proven wrong.
かなり大きな津波が押し寄せております。皆さん。かなり大きな津波が観測されております。皆さん、川沿いから離れてください。かなり大きな津波が押し寄せております。川沿いから離れてください。
나가 됐다. 여기. 아무 나가서 이게 나가서
Despite the devastation, the immediate landfall of the tsunami was not the end of the city's troubles. The sudden flood of water came with a multitude of other dangers, including debris, hazardous chemicals, and raw sewage carried by the waves. The rapid rush of water also caused an oil spill that soon caught fire, adding to the devastation and trauma of the event. The flames destroyed and damaged many buildings that had weathered or otherwise survived the initial tsunami, spreading toxic smoke over the victims who had survived the earlier part of the disaster. The fires continued to burn throughout the night, and the last fire would only be extinguished 4 days after the tsunami. On the morning of March 12, 2011, Kesennuma would be a city transformed, and 1,500 people would be discovered dead or written off as missing, never to be seen again. On New Year's Eve of 2019, 3 fire engines of Australian structure firefighters were dispatched to assist wildland firefighters tackling the South Nowra fire in New South Wales. As they traveled through the forest to their destination, the front of the fire set the forest ablaze on both sides of the road, turning it into an oven from which there was no escape but to drive straight ahead through increasingly thick smoke. The firemen drove as far as they could before the heat became too much for them and their trucks to endure.
Returning back to Lockwood, hang up.
Watch 38 coming down here.
Miners on the road already.
Jasper, put the blanket up.
Eventually, the fire engines themselves ground to a halt as their metal parts warped in the heat, and the trucks began to melt down from the outside. One of the firemen communicated over the radio that they were preparing to evacuate their trucks and make it out on foot. Several of them called or texted their family members in case they did not survive, as they donned their full protective equipment and prepared to brave the nightmarish conditions outside.
Fire comms. Does anyone copy on this channel? Red.
Yeah, fire comms. Pass your red message. Identify yourself and pass your red message.
This is STP-48. We are part of Strike Team Golf. We are on Haines Road. Our truck and pump 211 Bravo are inoperable. We have been overrun. Our trucks will not move. Our trucks are catching alight. We need immediate assistance. Over.
Firecoms STP-48, yourself and 211 Bravo overrun. Trucks are broken down, need immediate help. Is that correct? Over. You sheltering in the vehicles? Over.
Affirmative, we are sheltering the vehicle. Do not know how much longer we'll be able to shelter. The main fire front has passed. We are considering using BA to go out on foot as the main fire front has passed and our truck is on fire.
Firecoms STP-48, understood. You may use BA to get out of the vehicle. We'll endeavour to get assistance as soon as possible.
I'll give you my exact coordinates. I'm at latitude 34, well, minus 34.97084.
Yeah, we've got a PC, make a PC, hey? Come on, boys! Come on, let's go!
The firefighters in the footage safely abandoned their trucks and began forging their way through the hellish landscape. Although the front of the fire had passed by that point, during their trek through the burn area, the firemen remained in serious danger from falling trees, ash pits, running out of oxygen, and higher than normal ambient temperatures from the burnover. In the end, they made it out alive with no injuries or deaths, but when they returned to the area the next day, they found that their trucks had been burned to a crisp. The Australian bushfires of 2019 to 2020, also known as the Black Summer, resulted in the deaths of 479 people, 6 of whom were firefighters, the destruction of 9,300 buildings, and the deaths of over 1 billion animals. It was Australia's worst fire season in 4.5 decades, and the second worst in the nation's history. This is one of the most infamous tornado encounters on the internet, if not of all time. On April 9th, 2015, an EF4 tornado tore a trail of destruction across DeKalb County, Illinois, wreaking the worst of its havoc on the small town of Fairdale, where it ruined 71 homes, including several that were completely swept off their foundations. An 85-year-old man named Clarence Schultz recorded the relentless whirlwind on a home video camera right up until the moment that it struck his house head-on. At the last second, he makes a sprint for shelter, but ends up trapped as the fireplace collapses on top of him. Seconds later, the tornado swept directly over his house, almost at the peak of its strength. The Schultz house suffered a complete collapse while he was still on the second floor. He suffered a broken back and severe lacerations to his hands, but ultimately he was left alive to show the world what a tornado looks and sounds like from the inside. Unfortunately, his wife and neighbor lost their lives as the tornado passed over the street, the only two people to lose their lives in the Fairdale twister. When asked later what advice he would give to somebody filming in the path of a tornado, he simply responded with one word: don't. In terms of the overall destruction inflicted, the Japanese city of Minami Sanriku incurred the worst of the tsunami that hit the country's east coast on March 11, 2011. When the tsunami arrived, the narrow coastline, internal waterways, and high elevation of the surrounding countryside funneled the tsunami deep into the city, with utterly disastrous results. After 5 minutes, the cameraman has to swiftly flee his initial vantage point as the tsunami threatens to overcome it. From further up the hillside, he has a wide view of the town's destruction below him. The disaster becomes even more pronounced as the tsunami reverses direction, pulling the crushed remains of the town back out to sea. Some of the water's currents continue flowing into the town, while others recede back to the ocean, twisting, turning, and mashing the town into something beyond all recognition.
ああ、いやいやいや。今우리 사 매일 사긴 또 뭐 비크를 쓸게요. 그럼 매일 미담배야. 마 라디오 미니스 그만 이따가 라디오 미니스 이따가 네. 그러지 뭐. 야야야야.
When rescuers arrived, they discovered that 95% of the community was simply swept away, including the city's 2 tsunami evacuation sites, despite both being 20 meters above sea level. Unlike many of the most infamous tsunami videos, hiding on rooftops was not an option. Those that survived fled the town in advance or climbed up the large hillsides surrounding it. Altogether, 1,200 people perished in Minami Sanriku out of 17,000 who lived there before the tsunami.